And we've started to realize, aha, when you have a wedding and people start drinking champagne at the reception, they start talking.
Right.
So what could the motive be for keeping both sides of the family away?
That's right.
The stories would come out. So apparently, according to other journalists, we found out that there were a lot of porcupines probably told to the royals and even to Harry when they met her. And in order to cover up, oh my God, so you didn't get grants and scholarships. You never worked for the embassy. What do you mean you only did a 5-week study program? So our Uncle Mike, who worked for the embassy, as a favor to Dad paid for a 5-week study program. Uncle Mike threw in a letter of recommendation to be kind, even though he'd only met Meghan when she was a baby. And so, well, a 5-week study program that doesn't equate with working at the embassy, which she told Rachel Ray and Craig Ferguson on live television.
That was really eye-opening to see her make these claims that I think, given that Meghan did graduate college, she is educated, whether or not she asserts herself as being some humanitarian or somebody that's, working for the UN or any of that stuff. It doesn't really matter. I mean, she's educated enough if you went to college and she graduated high school and she did all the things she was supposed to do. I think Samantha Markle did file a lawsuit against Meghan Markle. And she does want to make sure that people know that she's not some horrible mother. And I think that really is, it's a lot of slandering going back and forth between these two ladies. A lot of sibling rivalry, a lot of sister rivalry. But Meghan made a claim that basically when she did that interview saying that she was an only child, she was not saying she was literally only child. She was saying that basically, this was her response, and I'll read it. Meghan's response to that question that she grew up as an only child was obviously not meant to be a statement of objective fact that she had no genetic siblings or half siblings. Rather, it was a textbook example of a subjective statement about how a person feels about their childhood, right? The perception is inherently unfalsifiable. It is hard to imagine a more personal and subjective feeling than how one views their own childhood. Basically just saying that, some people feel like they're only children. They didn't really have a lot of people around them all the time. Even if they have siblings, they still felt like an only child. I'm not buying that too much. I think it was a slight at her siblings. She doesn't want to be identified with them. And given the fact that Markle's sister in that interview was saying, hey, we have bad blood, it was pretty wise for Meghan to keep them away then from her wedding, because not all families, but some families are very toxic and want to mess up and sabotage your relationships. Anyway, Sunday, May 7th will be a day of festivities beginning with the coronation at Windsor Castle. I wonder if they're going to be invited to this coronation. Given, according to this New York Post article, Judge Charlene Honeywell set a date of October 2023 for the trial for Meghan and her sister Samantha. What do you guys think? Is Samantha really the villain that Meghan makes her out to be? I mean, she did not invite anyone else in her family. It can't be possible that she hates everyone in her family. Anyways.